Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. Honestly, I think the time has come, okay? Just toss me the paradox. Is it a little easier than your average character? Yes, I also forgot. Completed our hunt like 8 episodes ago. I don't even know, like, I think we're just doing this for hegemony credits now, which is like, I don't know if I'd describe that as part of the end game. But that's okay. Excuse me. Give me back my single-colored chest, please. Mr. Gorbachev, return my chest. Now, Whysuke, this is what I meant when I said the time has come, okay? We're gonna give this the old college try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors with an option to do the oubliette. I don't know what this gun is, but it's like the Marine sidearm, but cool. Molotov launcher, and then, oh dude, Monster Blood. Monster Blood is extremely good, I think. Poison Pursuit. Alright, so we have nothing to fear right off the bat. So what do I need? What are the tools in the toolbox required to succeed at a Whysuke run? Well, hey, here's a convenient segue. Did you know? Oh, you did. Globulin spawn every time you miss a shot. Every time you miss a shot with Globulin Rancher. So that one time we were using a gun with a staggering amount of spread, and they never left. Well, like if you weren't aware of why that was happening before, you're definitely aware of why that's happening now. I actually think, you know, since we were last here... What's going on here? There we go. Since we were last doing Whysuke runs, I feel like we're better now. It's not insincere. We've beaten a run where the specter of death chased us around at all times. Please don't shoot at the water barrel. Please, mouse wheel, thank you. Appreciate it. No, no, no. I almost used a blank accidentally there. Okay, so I am worried. Let the fire extinguish itself first. Thank you. And then we'll come through here. I don't know. I think we tried using the Molly launcher to extinguish the fire once before. And it really does. It's more of like a long tail approach. But it does extinguish the fire. It extinguishes it by causing it to rage out of control until all available oxygen and, you know, any kind of fuel that could be used for combustion within the vicinity has been utilized. You know, much in the way that a forest fire may stop when there's no forest left. That's how you extinguish a fire. Using gasoline. It's one of those like, well, technically... That was just a terrible dodge. There were so many better positions I could have been in there. But I really do think I'm better equipped to handle these Whysuke runs now. Partly because I actually understand what's happening now. Especially with respect to the more annoying ones like the Globulin Rancher. And also, I don't know, I just, you know, I've unlocked my brain. I don't know if you know this, but my brain is obviously extremely... It's one of the best. If anything, like, the only problem with it is that it's like a Formula 1 race car, you know? Like, it runs so fast, you have to be very skillful, or alternatively, very, very rich in order to, you know, understand how to comprehend it. That's more of a joke about Formula 1. Because I understand we don't have a huge overlap in audience, but you know, I always try to work my interests in a metaphorical and humorous sense. You know, there's one driver that's Canadian in Formula 1. He's okay. But probably the reason he's in and some other people aren't are because his dad is very wealthy. And they're talking like, hey, next season, this other driver might come in, and guess what? He's Canadian. And I was like, oh, dude, finally, someone I feel like I'm not, you know, disrespecting my fellow millennials by rooting for. And you're like, nah, his dad owns like a huge frozen food company. He's like $100 millionaire. Anyway, don't, you know, it's... This is a joke about Formula 1. It's not about the... You get the idea. Anyway, basically, I've overclocked my brain. I've removed the restrictor plate. I got hit. Wow, that's embarrassing. I don't know. Do you want to know what happened in that moment right there? The hammer came down, and I thought to myself, whoa, when did I get a hammer? I swear to you, with God as my witness, I thought the hammer somehow belonged to me. I've come to accept, why am I using Molotov launcher at all? I've come to accept, you know, sometimes on Whysuke, you just sort of get screwed. I don't know if this is a situation where it's impossible for us... Ooh, great shot. I don't know if this is a situation where it's impossible for us to have flawless this, but now I'm just, you know, playoffs. Flawless. I'm just hoping I can beat the boss. Even that right there was, you know, some of the most impressive dodging I've ever done. Okay, this is actually very dangerous. Okay, Brain, just keep in mind, you had a lot of goodwill towards Gungeon lately. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater on this one. That was real bad. Your own mental state is going to be very important here. No! I hate it, dude. I just hate it. This challenge sucks. Let's do it again. Just give me the quick restart. Yeah, keep... Oh, no. 11 hegemony credits. What's our other... Oh, wait, the other modifier is the paradox. Okay. Glass cannon, budget revolver, and scattershot. Scattershot seems terrible with Globulin Rancher and unfriendly fire, but let's give it a try. You know, it's... I think I have a fundamental misunderstanding of what these runs are going for. I think that's my problem. I need to reframe the perception I have of what a Whysuke run is supposed to be. I had thought that a Whysuke run was meant to be an enjoyable variant on the game. This is not Assault, I swear to you. But you gotta let me finish before you let me get off on that one. Phrasing? Either way, what it actually is like the speed challenge. Okay, I understand now. And then now I'm not as upset. Instead of being something that's like, hey, here's another way to play the game, this is like, do this once and then never see it again. Fair enough. Again, it's not a bad thing. I've done it 1,000 times in Isaac. I've held R. I've seen glittering C-beams off the Tannhauser gate. You know, thank you. I had to make a gut decision, but blue chests, I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest with you. Not overly concerned. What I am concerned about is a boss fight that has friendly fire or dark was the night. Honestly, I feel like decoy might actually help us here. And I say that even though we're aware it should be obvious. Sometimes I just, like, unless an active item is extremely good, I just go, I don't know if it really this is a good fit for us at the present moment, and then, you know, it could be. Are there two of you or just the one? It's a little early to have two minions hanging out that give us consumables. Not to say it can't happen. I will also, oh my lord. I will also say, I think Glass Cannon is an awesome item or gun to start with. What I'm most afraid of is Unfriendly Fire, Globulin Rancher. But Glass Cannon is like is a beautiful boss killer. The thing is, it's high upside. It is a high downside, but the risk of the downside is relatively low if you manage it right. You know, what the worst thing that could possibly happen is you get hit, like, super early with Glass Cannon. And then you have to... That was just the best roll I've ever done. And then you have to, you know, basically use your starting pistol for the rest of the boss fight. Probably, unless we get another gun, which is, like, pretty unlikely. Final attack. Final attack makes it very unlikely that our water barrel will survive here, but as does scatter shot, to be fair. Yep. That's okay. Realistically, I think going to the oubliette is still wise, in my opinion. It's still a smart thing to do. But if you can't do it, I think it means less on a Daisuke run. But I want you to know, if you've learned anything from watching my content consistently over the years or weeks or, you know, even days, I want you to think about the sources of information before you take them as gospel. Why aren't you listening to what I have to say about Daisuke runs? I've never completed a successful Daisuke run in my entire existence. I'm the worst possible source for information on this particular specific subject. So, if you didn't believe me about glass cannon before, you're believing me now. 5 shots, easy money. Blessed, oh dude, that's interesting at least. A blessed series of modifiers for the fight. Let's be realistic. You know, we got pretty lucky. Now, the sling is a very good boss killer, but you know what? It's not too expensive. And a blue chest. I mean, we're gonna need items. We might as well open one of these up. Dude, it's the chamber gun. That's also pretty good. I am gonna err on the side of us not needing the sling because of the existence of glass cannon. Now, it could come back to bite us, but this is a pretty good setup. Now we got a great room clearer in the form of the chamber gun, which, just watch out for the gaze of the Gorgon. Which, admittedly, we really, I think, would love to get the flawless on this floor. Pot shots, long live the king. Okay, so pot shots I really think is like the first actually difficult challenge here, and accordingly, that was pretty bad too. We have been hit. We also got ammo back. Honestly, 5 shots of this work the best. Now, chamber gun is... Oh, we got a boss fight? Okay, we will use glass cannon for this. I hope it's not that guy, was what I was gonna say. Okay, we've been hit immediately. That's just terrible news. If you'll excuse me. I have used the decoy. The guy kind of fires in AoE, so... Not sure how valuable it is, but... Here we are one way or the other. It's fine. Remember, we do get an item out of this. I'm just begging you for less fires. Oh my god, the level of sustained focus required to not get hit on a room like this early is just heinous. So I really appreciate the ammunition. Yeah, I can't stress enough. You've done me an incredible service with that one. A key for free for me? You shouldn't have. Adrenaline rush and poison pursuit. So adrenaline rush means roll as little as possible. Straight up, I'm just gonna be honest with you, my brain was like, don't worry about poison pursuit because you have monster blood. Not the case, that was the previous run. Vorpal gun, also very good. We have the map, so we don't need to look for secret rooms. Okay, I think Vorpal gun is actually our best room clearer for now. Let's do these last 2 rooms over here. One of them is the casing room, but... Oh, I forgot it. Okay. This is where I wouldn't say that things are, like, too dangerous right now. But definitely... That one was very painful for me. Definitely we have to start paying attention to the modifiers in a much greater way. We got very lucky not to get hit there. Or there, for that matter. Can the ghost just be on the screen? Thank you. I very much appreciate you've done me an incredible service today. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. See you never. So don't let it slip away here. We got a good thing going. Hammer time and cursed ceramics. So cursed ceramics is one of the more inert options for us. Hammer time is frustrating because it's always like at no given moment are you safe. Rat's Revenge. Honestly, it's like my favorite modifier to have. Well, I guess maybe like Don't Blink or High Stress are up there too, but... Well, actually, High Stress is HP related, right? I think it's... Don't Blink is the one where it's dark, enemies you don't see are jammed, enemies you do see can't move. Like that, I find that room variant the easiest. But Rat's Revenge kind of screwed us a little bit on the boss fight. So now I'm just, you know, it's almost as if it's well designed, but this is like well designed, not in a balanced sense, but in like a haunted house sense. Like every modifier is designed to screw you up under a different set of permutations, you know what I mean? You think one is always going to be easy, and then it comes out of nowhere. So HP, obviously, extremely precious for us right now. Gun Q is actually totally fine. You know why? Because we have some decent guns. Now, this is the scary one, but we made it. I actually feel like I've disrespected the KC by not using it more. Let's use glass cannon here. Come on, come on. Just give me a half-decent modifiers. Thermal clips, Globulin Rancher. So thermal clips do affect our positioning. Globulin Rancher plus Scatter Shot. Obviously, I find it pretty scary. No! I was just trying to focus. I just wanted to focus. You're telling me I get on fire every time I reload my baseball bat. I can't not miss shots. I can't not miss shots. I started with Scatter Shot, you cowards. I hate this challenge, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, keep the modifier. Oh no. My net worth in hegemony credits. That all went wrong when we lost Glass Cannon, obviously. Okay, Gungeon Ants and the Turkey. Okay, at least we got some company and some solidarity down here. I'm a little tilted. It's rare for some... This is the first video of the day. It's rare for me to get tilted to this degree. I thought, you know what? Let's tackle this Whysuke challenge with a little bit more... you know, now that I've got an opportunity to play it fresh in the morning, why not? Why not? And as usual, I am filled with nothing but regret. I just half a second too slow. There's no question about that one. That was just bad. Well, it is what it is. It's not really that big of a deal. You know, having 2 deaths early on. You know, just think of it like Slay the Spire, you know? Very often. Okay, sure. Very often in Slay the Spire, we died twice early on in an episode. Sometimes we follow that up with a victory. The Gorgon's Gaze really actually strikes me as like one of the best possible modifiers. Now I'm just gonna be honest and sincere, and you're gonna be aware of this for certain. I don't really understand the most effective way to use the Gungeon ant. I imagine it probably does not involve using an equal amount of shots of gasoline and fire. Well, you guys, you really put me in a tough spot there. I know we're hitting both of them just about equally. Hard to recommend that, but it is working. It's maybe slow. Maybe not the most efficient way to tackle the problem we got on display here. But it's not working. It's just not working quickly. Okay. Okay. Please go to fire. I appreciate it. You've done me an incredible service. We got a flawless. Okay, and dude, to be honest, we actually got the anvil in as well, which I think is a much better, maybe, boss killer. Something we can actually use very productively. If we could just get I mean, to be honest, I don't want to sound greedy, but if we can get like an A room clearer, like not a singular room clearer, but like a room clearer in the tier of A, like the same way Stevie Wonder wrote that whole album miraculously that were all songs in the key of life. Like, was that a coincidence, or is he really that much of a musical genius? Okay, if you don't have to deal with unfriendly fire, then it's a good day to be you. Just be careful with your double up dodges here. Oh, baby. Okay, another blue chest. Generally speaking, dude, I don't know about the oubliette on this one, just to be straight up with you. There's a few different reasons. One of them is I don't even have the casings required to buy the second key yet. The other one is I feel like maybe our survival strategy doesn't pass through the oubliette. Maybe our survival strategy is minimize the amount of rooms you do in general, so that you minimize it, because it seems like the majority of rooms that we play, we don't get hit at all. And then some rooms, we get hit once, maybe twice. And then on a very, very small amount of rooms, the entire run ends up getting ruined. Like, it's a very feast or famine sort of style we got going on, I think. Maybe we pivot to a bit of like a room avoidance strategy. You know, it's sorry, I had to struggle to think of the industry term for it, because you know, we talk about these things at our symposiums, and there was a keynote speech at PAX last year about room avoidance strategies and how it can work for you in the modern workforce. I'm being facetious. Those are things that happen at a normal job. Yeah, sure. Just miss like 20 shots and then, you know, see what happens. Okay. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Yo, I mean, we have to open it. I actually feel like hungry bullets are very bad. So I'm going to buy the key. We have one extra casing, but I am going to open this because it should be a blue gun. Now, it is the JK-47, but, you know, I think it's, like, almost by default our best room clearer. I don't feel that bad about leaving this floor, to be honest. I feel like we're in a relatively okay spot. We got our flawless. I mean, flawless plus... Well, there's no plus necessary. Like, what more can you ask for from your first floor, you know? We don't really get a whole lot of autonomy down there. You're starting from zero, you know what I mean? So the JK-47 is not going to impress anybody. Kind of our only dream here is that we can maybe use it productively for a floor. Our realistic dream is use it productively for a floor, then shove it in the gun muncher, get something better. Our unrealistic but plausible dream is oh, careful with this one. Is get the AK-47 and then they become dual wielded and at least half decent for use in the later parts of the game. So sure, you know, everything is a resource in these games. You know, your health is a resource. Obviously, your money is a resource. Turns out your guns are resources. Even if you want to get technical, even your ammo is a resource. You know, you choose to spend it on something that you feel is worth eliminating. Your ammo with each different gun. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. Basically, there's this thing called the invisible hand. I'm just messing with you. Okay. The only thing that rubs me the wrong way about the JK-47 right now is that it's also, like, ammo inefficient. I know you're like, hey, NL, don't sweat it. Doesn't matter if it's ammo inefficient. You got the turkey, so you're getting a lot of ammo back. Yeah, but that's not what I mean, though. What I mean is it's bad and also it uses a lot of ammo. You know, oh, the food here is terrible, and yeah, what small portion sizes? You know what I mean? Always, especially early, a chance to get a free item. Extremely chef's kiss. Very big fan. Now the Corsair, is very not bad, I think. Definitely, like, I think I poisoned myself there, which seems pretty fair considering I was standing still like a dumb idiot. Yeah, okay, you got yourself in a tight spot. There's just like, it's almost like a mental thing with the Corsair, where I'm like, oh, Shockwave is dangerous, but also manageable. I was gonna say, I refuse. It really highlights the relatively impotent, pun intended, damage of the JK-47, but still, like, whoops. We did manage to get it done. Why are do you get afraid of me when I reload? What is that? Is that a hungry hippo thing? Thought about switching to a better weapon. I thought, you know what? We got a little inertia here. That was just a terrible way to go about doing that. Definitely would have been worth switching. That's fair. I rolled into the wall. A lot of it, honestly, on a room like this, is largely about positioning, you know? I'm doing a pretty bad job of positioning myself. I'm taking a lot of damage as a result of that. Don't let it get you down just yet. Plenty of time left to sort out some kind of winning scenario. Okay, it's a boss. That's dangerous. Now, what's it? Gorgon's Gaze? Straight up. Excuse me. It's getting a little hot in here. There's not enough room for every single one of us to be shooting at all times. Okay, don't get super mind flooded just yet. I do think we've also, I would describe it as the misfortune. Had the misfortune of getting some pretty tough seeds here, like to fight that cannon boss, and also this guy, not in the same run obviously, but in the same vicinity, is tough. So the snowballer might by default become our best room clearer for the time being. We did get a second key, which I think is really nice, and all of a sudden we're back in it. Whoa, jeez. Hot potato. I don't think it's we're not locked in here, let's be clear, but There's a chance. Are you selling the sling? Maybe that was last floor. Because I was like, dude, I would purchase what you are selling. Blobulin Rancher thermal clips. Let's just call it like it is. Don't get your hopes up. Yep, there. I'm very confused because I thought earlier I tried to light the boss on fire by reloading next to her, but I was like, when it didn't work, I was like, duh, idiot, it's water. And then when I reloaded and lit myself on fire, I went, excuse me, sir? I can't help but feel we're getting a little bit of differential treatment here. I mean, this gun is not bad. Can we really afford to try the Corsair? Because every time it misses. You know what, dude? As long as the first shot hits, I don't think it's making blobulence. Okay, we can't use the Corsair because every time we shoot this son of a gun. Whatever. Just go ahead. Every time we shoot this son of a gun, it lights the ground on fire. So I'm actually going for something with a larger clip size. As a result of the fact that I don't want to accidentally light myself on fire over and over. Stop shooting, stop shooting. You gotta curtail that influence to shoot so much. It's so hard to roll through these attacks and also try not to be on fire. Stop shooting, because you're going to need the reload in a second here. Okay, then just miss a bunch so you get a bunch of blobulins. It's a very smart approach to take. I understand, by the way. Things are a little touchy! How many blobulins? Oh my god. I hate you, Whysuke, dude. For now, thanks for watching. We'll try something a little bit more conventional next episode. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It's a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. Hey, I'll see you next time. See ya!